behalf of Soundhaven Official, my name is Hurricane Raver.
And I'm Bebop from RDY.
And we are sitting here with the one and only Nealson.
How are we doing?
How are you doing?
So good, so good.
All right. So how do you feel your set went yesterday?
Yesterday was amazing. I thought it went perfect. The venue is incredible. I just want to shout out Pepsi Amphitheater. Their staff is just the top notch. And, you know, I played guitar. That sounded amazing. The whole show, the visuals, everything was really good. And I was very happy with it.
So this was a new set, new curation of your music and experience. Look Up Live, right?
Yeah, Look Up Live. So the show was just about staying positive, looking up, you know, don't being down, and really trusting the plan, and trusting that everything's meant to happen for a reason. I always really try to emphasize those themes in my music and my journey, because, you know, any life in general can be, you know, a bumpy road, and
Absolutely.
if you stay positive, you know, things always come out. You'll make it through if you just stay positive, and I've learned that throughout my journey.
How would you describe your music?
I would say my music's very emotional. It's very heartbreak themes and relationship themes, but then it has these peaks of going hard and like letting go. And I think that it's not like a darkness. It's just more of something that you feel needs to happen sometimes, where it can't always be serious or emotional. Things have to be fun in life. So I always drop like these peaks of fun throughout the shows and my music.
So with your new music, which you debuted a bunch of it yesterday on stage, were there any that you feel were those peaks of fun?
I would say I just made a Chaperone remix, and I played that second to last, and that just went so hard, because it's a huge like surprise drop, and then goes into the old school future bass, and it's such a vibe. So I love that one.
Absolutely,
yeah.
I will confirm the Chaperone one you just played was better than the one in February that I heard the last
Yeah.
time.
No, you like that? See, I
like that one.
Yeah,
that's what I was into it.
I made that just for the show, and I actually was working on that one. I was like, I just don't like it.
Yeah.
It was a work in progress,
Yeah.
so I redid everything, and it came out amazing. So,
what is the difference between your Look Up Live set that you played yesterday and your previous sets?
okay, so the previous set that I did on main stage was called Higher Purpose. That one was an all original show, and I think as an artist, one of your dreams is to play an all original set one day. It's just so fulfilling to you, and so I wanted to like move away from that, because I've already done that, and I essentially wanted to create like a super Nealson show, and like that's what it was. It was just like the most me possible that wasn't an all original show. Yeah.
So as an artist, your music goes through different changes. Your previous music, you stylized and curated based on what you were going for, and now that's changed with your new music, your new growth. How does that get encapsulated in your music? How do you see the change?
I think that, you know, everyone comes to a point in their journey where they feel like they have to start the cycle over. So when I originally started, I had this like dream, and I was just like, write all this music, get all these feelings out, get all these themes out. And like, I ran with that. And so like my very first show, it was like more than half my music. It was like a very Nealson show, like in a way that's like probably different than the way a lot of artists start out today, when maybe they start DJing and then they kind of slowly build a catalog, where I already had that. So I almost, after Gold Rush, then I played 2 headline shows, one in Tempe and then one in Denver, and like was, and you were there.
I was there,
and it was super. You were at the Tempe one,
I was,
and it was super fulfilling to me, because Denver is where I really started this journey. Tempe is where I'm from and like live, and so starting the cycle over of like, okay, now for this next phase of my career, I got to go back to the beginning, write new music, write about things that are relevant to me today, and that's what I did.
Awesome.
All right, you should know this question's coming from me. When are you growing your hair back out?
You know what? You know why I cut it? Actually, this is a little Nealson lore.
Okay, Nealson lore. All right, I'm here for it.
When I first started making EDM music, I had like shorter hair.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is when I lived in Denver. That's when I started growing it out. And then when I played my first Denver headline show, I wanted to look in the mirror before I was going to go on stage and look at the same exact person that was when I first started. And so much had changed inside of me, but I looked the same. I grew the scruff out. Yes. I was like the same person. And I have actually a picture of it. We can show that right here. But it's just an iconic photo of me with my guitar looking in the mirror. And that's why I cut it. So it's growing back. I wanted to grow like a little bit longer. So it's coming. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Counterpoint, bald is beautiful.
Hey, you know what? That's going to happen soon. So we'll see what happens.
Hey, I got a pair of clippers. We'll make it happen. Oh, the next, he's the first Nealson. He won't be the next.
Yeah.
So what's next for you? You have, made it here. We've seen 2 sets from Nealson in a couple days, and this was a journey. You brought a lot of love and passion and work to this moment. But now, just like that cycle restarted for you a minute ago, it's about to all start again for your next one.
I agree with you.
That's tough.
No, you're right. What's very interesting is that I was in a complete mental space in March, with the new cycle starting over, and then I was like, cool, like I'm gonna balance my life. That's what I like kind of felt like I needed to do, because I was going all in on music, and I just seemed to I wanted to balance things. We're all human beings, and so I was like I came to terms with that, and I was like at the mall. I was about to go back to Denver for Enzo at Red Rocks, and I was like feeling good, and I was like writing a bunch of music, and I was like, man, like feeling like back to my OG self. And then I get a text, and I was like, do you want to play Coconino? And I'm like, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Let's go.
And it almost felt like you can't leave the the journey you're on. You're in it, and you've built this thing, and you got to stay focused. So I think I learned a lot this past few months about myself, where it's just really just have fun, don't lose that, have fun with it, write fun music, and just kind of still enjoy it. And this is what this weekend really reminded me of that. So that going into this next chapter is really just about having fun, and enjoying life. And I think that's where I'm at,
So I love that.
Yeah. You got to keep the momentum.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people in Nealson shirts after the fact.
Yeah, there was a lot of people.
I saw a lot of T-shirts getting sold after your sets. So.
Oh, thank you. Even the merch lady was wearing a Nealson shirt.
That's sick.
Which I was talking to your mom.
Okay, hello.
Where did all your merch come from? I don't know. What do you
sometimes
sometimes your family loves you and supports you.
That's right.
That's incredible.
Shout out to mom, right?
That's right. Shout out mom. Thank you for helping me with the merch, because that can be, when you do stuff like this, it's cool, but it's expensive.
Yes.
Music's expensive. It's like you gotta pay a photographer, you gotta buy merch, you gotta promote, you gotta be making the music, traveling, everything really adds up. And so, sometimes, you gotta ask for help, and luckily, I have people around me that are willing to help for sure.
Absolutely.
And it really made it special, because can you imagine not having merch? And you're playing Pepsi Amphitheater and there's no merch there, and it's expensive, I'm just, if you guys have but I don't know if you've ordered merch before, but
I paid for plenty of merch.
No, I'm just saying
it's
it ain't cheap.
It's not cheap.
No.
I bought a Boogie T hoodie yesterday. It's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
Cooking up the tags for dinner.
Exactly. And then of course, the more that you buy, the cheaper it is. But I'm just saying, it's definitely, we all have bills and stuff. So
not to out you on all that.
Too late.
I thought it was adorable. I loved it.
I
was like, wow, to have the family support just is
absolutely. It really means so much to me.
Because your brother was here today too, right?
Yeah. And I think it's just it means I think about this a lot, and just a lot of people don't have that, or they don't have that support system around you. And the fact that I do is why I'm here. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, this will be my last question. If that's all right, we can, wrap it up here for me. With all of the change, all of the new music, which of your new songs most encapsulates that journey? Which is the new Nealson?
That's a good one. There's a really sick one.
Check.
New Nealson era indeed, sir.
Right? You like that?
Here. That was awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I guess my final question will be, how does it feel that someone is getting your signature tattooed on their arm?
That was incredible. Like you see these videos on like Instagram or whatever of like that happening, and it was such a cool moment. That tattoos are forever, and the fact that you can not only impact somebody so with your music, but who you are as a person, that they want to tattoo your signature on them is really incredible and so meaningful. And it meant a lot to me. Like I can genuinely say that, and I'm so excited. Yeah. Like they were so nice, and that's so cool. Like that's so cool to me. It's like
you made it. That means is you made it.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That's just so incredible to me. I'm very grateful for them, and that energy is means everything. That's what this is all about. Is just impacting people positively and impacting people in a way that they'll never forget these moments. Like that's why I bring people on stage. Like that's why I really go into the crowds after, because I want people to like never forget how you made them feel.
That's real.
Yeah.
Perfect way to end.
Absolutely. Well, and on Ready VIP, we have a tradition. We always give the artist the last word for a shout out or anything they want to say, their mantra, their one special thing that is just meant for anybody listening for Nealson.
I would say never give up on your dreams. I would say care about others. Don't just focus on yourself, but focus on other people around you, because even the smallest things can really impact someone's day and someone's life. And you're not responsible for their whole life, but you can really put people on a more positive, loving, and like spiritual path by just giving them the time of day, sharing your journey and sharing your mentality. Like being an artist is, it's hard because it's very isolating. And I think I never want to feel isolated. I want to feel that I have people around me, which I do, like you guys, that are like supporting you. And like, if I know that if I needed to call either of you or any of my fans or anyone in the community and say like, hey, I'm like struggling right now, like they would help me. And I just want to always be that person to others, because not everyone has that. So, change the mentality from maybe it's about me to it's about other people around me. And I think good things will happen in life when you do that. So, yeah.
Thank you.
That's my message.
Run. Run.
run.